Dear students, this is the last video of your course, which is based on fuzzy linear programming problem. So here in fuzzy linear programming problem, we are having various types of problems. Here we will discuss only one problem. So let the fuzzy linear programming problem be given by this maximum f of summation of cj xj subjected to j equals to 1 to n aij xj less than equal to bi, where xj is greater than equal to 0 and I varies from 1 to m. Here I varies from 1 to m. So we are having m number of constraints, and here bi is a fuzzy variable or fuzzy number. Here is bi is a fuzzy number, fine. But in fuzzy linear programming problem, cj may be a fuzzy number, aij may be a fuzzy number, or this inequality. This inequality may also be represented by may say that means this is not exactly less than equal to. Fine, this is not exact relation less than equal to. This may be say uncertain less than equal to. So that's why sometimes this inequality may also be in fuzzy form. Fine. So that's why here we are having only one type of problem where bi is uncertain, this a fuzzy number. We are not discussing the case when this inequality is fuzzy, when aij is fuzzy or cj is fuzzy. But you may see all those problems in various books on fuzzy linear programming problem. Fine. So let us see where bi is a fuzzy number of the type given by this now. This is a fuzzy number. So membership of bix is 1 when x is less than bi, and di minus x divided by di minus bi when x is in between bi and di, between this and this. Fine. So now here we have to solve this type of linear programming problem in two steps. So first step is find the lower and upper values of the objective function f by finding the optimum values of the following linear programming problem respectively. So we will convert this problem into two problems. One is this maximum f of L, that means lower bound, where this constraint is as it is same, objective function is same, and constraint is here in place of bi, which is a fuzzy number. Here we are using bi. This bi is basically this bi. Find this bi. So we are using this bi in each I varies from here 1 to m. And then this is one linear programming problem. Here we will find out fl, that means lower bound, lower value of f of l. Similarly, we will consider in place of this bi, we will consider this di, and then find out the upper bound fu. So fu is this objective function is as it is, constraint is same, except this here we are using di. Di is the upper value. So then find out fu. So from this 3a we will find out fl star. From 3b we will find out fu star, optimum values. Now to solve these two, either we may use simplex method or we may use any other method, and if problem is of two dimension we may apply graphical method. Fine. Now in step number 2, now in step number 2 find the optimum solution of the LPP by solving this maximum g is equals to lambda. Lambda is basically the confidence level, this subjected to this constraint j equal to 1 to m cj xj minus upper value minus lower value star optimum values multiply by this confidence, this is greater than equal to FL स्टार ग्रेटर देन द, फाइन, यानी कि लोअर वैल्यू से ग्रेटर हो इसकी वैल्यू, कितना कॉन्फिडेंस हमें, देन subjected to this aij x, this is objective function not constraint, sorry, this is from the constraint, plus di minus bi lambda is less than equal to di, यानी अपर वैल्यू से कम हो, फाइन. So we have to solve this. This is from the objective function. Objective function minus this value should be greater than equal to FL star. And this is from the constraint plus di minus bi lambda less than equal to di. And all the variables are greater than equal to 0. Once you are getting the solution, then substitute these values in the actual objective function and then get the solution. This is the strategy. Fine. So we will get the solution by this. So let us take this problem. So this is the problem. So assume that a company makes two products P1 and P2. P1 has a profit of rupees 0.40 per unit and P2 has a profit of rupees 0.30 per unit. Each unit of P1 requires twice as many labor hours as each unit products P2. The total available labor are at least 500 hours per day, and many may possible to extend it to 600 hours per day due to special arrangements for overtime work. The supply of material is at least sufficient for 400 units of both P1 and P2 per day, but may possibly be extended to 500 units per day accordingly. The previous experience. Find the unit of P1 and P2 to get the maximum profit. This is the strategy. So this is our problem. So first formulate the problem. So this is the formulation. So let x1 and x2 be the units of P1 and P2 produced per day. Then FFPP is to find x1 and x2 such that maximum F is 0.4 x1 plus 0.3 x2 subjected to 2x1 fine, plus x2 is less than equal to b1 labor hours. Similarly, x1 plus x2 is less than equal to b2 supply of material, where b1 and b2 they are this, because labor hours varies from 500 to 600. Similarly, this supply material at least 400, so this is this 400 to 500, fine. So this is about the problems. Yeah. Supply of material is at least 500 units of both P1 per day, but may not possibly be extended to 500 units. So that's why they are in this range 400 to 500, 500 to 600. So they are in fuzzy form. So this is the problem. So they are the fuzzy membership functions, and this is the numbers. Now we will solve the problem in its two steps. Find FL star and FU star. So first we will find out FL star. So this is the problem. So we are taking the lower bound of this as well as lower bound of this. So 500 and 400. Similarly for FU we will take the upper bound 600 and 500. 600 and 500. Then solve these two. Since it's a two-dimensional problem, so either you can use graphical method or simplex method. So here we have taken graphical method solution. So this is the graphical method to find out the FL star. This is second problem. We will find out FU star. So from here, so these are the points, corner points. So 1 2 3 4 4 corner points, 1 2 3 4. Among all these, the optimum solution is FL star is this 130 maximum value. Now this is the second problem. Here again we are having 4 corner points, these corner points, and among these this is the optimum solution 160 maximum one. So FU star is 160. So that's why optimum solution will be in between 130 and 160. इनके बीच में कुछ solution आएगा. Fine. So this is the graphical method. But if suppose you are using simplex method, then this problem is solved with the help of simplex method. This is the simplex table, and this is the solution. X1 is 100, X2 is 300, and FL star is 130. Same solution. Here F130 is corresponding to 100 and 300. So this is the solution from the simplex method. This is from the graphical method. Similarly here, if you are solving this problem, second problem, this is the second problem. If you are solving second problem with the help of simplex method, so this will be the solution. Fu star is 160, X1 is 100, and X2 is 400, which is exactly same as this solution. 160, 100 and 400. So either you are using graphical method or simplex method. You may use any one of them. Fine. Now step number 2. Step number 2, if you remember, we have to develop this problem. Maximum G is equal to lambda subjected to these constraints. So now here maximum G is lambda subjected to the first constraint, here summation of j from 1 to n Cj xj, that means from the objective function. So objective function is, in the original problem, is this 0.4 x1 plus 0.3 x2. This is your summation Cj xj. So this minus Fu star minus Fl star. So Fu star is 160 and Fl star is 130. So their difference will be 30. So 30 lambda is greater than equals to Fl star, that means 130. So this is over. Now we are having this. So this is from the first constraint, 2x1 plus x2, 2x1 plus x2, this plus di minus bi. So from the first one, if you will see, di minus bi, this 100. So this 100, this 100 lambda. So this is, so 100, this difference lambda is less than equal to di, that means 600. Fine, that means 600. Similarly for the second one, x1 plus x2, second constraint, plus this difference is 100 lambda is less than equal to this 500. So 500. So this is all about the second problem. Now to solve this problem, because this is greater than equal to, so apply two-phase method or Bingham method. So here we are using Bingham method, two-phase method. So first phase is minimum W is A1, artificial variable, because here we have to use artificial variable. So first write down these constraints in equality form by using slack and surplus variable and artificial variable. So these are the constraints from here to here. So now here objective function will be minimum W is A1, sum of artificial variables, but A1 is from here 130 minus 0.4 x1 minus 1.3 x2 plus 30 lambda plus s1. So this is written here, and then convert the problem into maximum one. So just multiply by minus sign, so we get this equation. Fine. So here is this problem, and now use this two-phase method. So this is the phase 1. So this is the initial table of phase 1. Here this is the most negative value. So just go in this column and then find the minimum ratio. So minimum ratio correspond to this. So that's why S2 will leave the basis. And X1 enters the basis. So in this A1, X1 and S3. Fine. These are the new bases and this is the revised table. Again here is one negative value, so that's why X2 enters the basis, and then find the ratio for the positive values. So here corresponding to this, that's why A1 will leave the basis. So this is the next table, and here there is no negative value, that's why optima reaches. So now here is 0, there is no artificial variable present here, no negative value here, so optima reaches. And now we will move to the phase 2. In phase 2, the objective function is as it is maximum G is equal to lambda, the original one, this one, original one, subjected to the same constraints. So here we will consider this last table except the last column which is associated with A1 artificial variable column. इसको delete कर देते थे, याद हो आपको, बाकी हम as it is रखेंगे, and we will in place of this W row we will use this G actual. So here this is as it is same except this column, this row and column A1 is deleted. A1 column को हमने हटा दिया है. So we have copied this part and in place of W we are having G, and G is maximum G is lambda, that means -1. Coefficient of lambda is -1. Fine. Now here optimality disturbed, so now this will enter the basis, lambda enters the basis. Now find out the leaving variable for the positive ratios. This is negative, so we will not consider this. Among these two, minimum gives this one, that's why S3 leaves the basis, lambda enters the basis, and so this is the optimum solution. Optimum solution is x1 is 100, x2 is 350, and maximum f is 0.4 x1 plus 0.3 x2, that means 145. So this is the solution. So likewise you can find out, you can solve this type of problem. Fine. There are other type of problems also, but for time being we have used only one, we have solved only one type of fuzzy linear programming problem. Fine. So this is your syllabus. Your syllabus is now over, and thank you.